Hey everybody, Coach Andrew here. It's my first video of the new year following up the holidays. I'm here with Mr. Chant, and it's his, as far as we know, first video ever with us.
He's ever, yes.
Been here for a couple of years with us. Or
started last May, actually.
Last May, so almost a year and a half. So, well, fantastic. Thank you for shooting with us. We just followed up the holidays, so we're recovering a little bit. Mm-hmm. And you said that you weathered it pretty well. What struck me, what we were talking about is your attitude towards the off-plan foods, the foods that we do not recommend. You're still very much willing to acknowledge your cravings and desires for those. So tell me a little bit about what that means to you to when you see foods that are off-plan or somebody eating something that you would.
I mean, I still obviously want those things, and I think just from a mental standpoint, I allow myself to. I've slipped some over the holidays, but I think mentally I need that because, I have not completely eliminated those things, and my body, I think it's a treat for me. It's it helps my body to understand, look, you're working hard 95% of the time. We're going to allow a little bit of slippage here from time to time. And then it helps me kind of reset afterwards. My body's not, the cravings go away for the sweets, or I've replaced them. I might have a piece of dark chocolate now as my sweet instead of going and having cookies and ice cream or a big brownie or something like that. So it's more, I think, just the willingness or the almost tricking my body into behaving 95% of the time because it knows you're not going to be deprived forever.
Excellent. So it's sort of a pressure release.
Yes.
You know that it's coming at some point. It's not a never type of thing. And I like that because we're trying to help you build a life here. We're trying to transform your life. That's what the LT is for, life transformation. But that life is meant to be enjoyed. And if you're resentful of what you've had to give up or what you're deprived of, then I don't think it's going to stick. You've got to have some room for that. But it's about achieving that balance. Is that what you're finding?
That, and also just, even when I am allowing myself that treat, I don't allow myself as much as that treat where I would.
So your concept of indulgence has changed.
Right. Last night we had some friends over and my wife we hadn't cooked. So she said, can we run out and grab some pizzas? So I had pizza last night and I did not have, it wasn't on-plan pizza by any means.
Okay.
But I didn't have, a whole or half of a large pizza by myself. I had maybe half of what I normally would have eaten. So, even that, and I think my body just knew, hey, I still get, I get to cheat from time to time, but I'm not having as much as I would have before. So even, it's just, I think when something's completely taken from you, you kind of, at least I want it more. Mm-hmm. So the fact that I'm giving myself a little bit of that, and I know there's a number of people, I think, on the plan that I see on the Facebook page that are, their dedication level is just off the charts. They won't eat 1 calorie more than 300 in a meal. I'm not wired that way. If it's 325 calories, I'm just like, it's close, but I try to make sure my next one is 250. So, it's, even though I'm not always 100% on plan, I'm always mindful of the plan, and then how, when I fall off the rails, how I get back on quickly, and then what I do I up the cardio the next day, make sure I have a second, serving of Heal and Recover the next day, so it's just, even when I'm bad, I'm thinking about how do I reverse some of what I did.
Okay.
My struggle is I just got to make sure I'm not bad, but every so often. That's my biggest challenge.
Well, excellent. I mean, you're finding that balance. And I think I think most of us have lived too far out of balance to the wrong, that we have to live really far out of balance to the good to sort of end up at an even keel. And I think that's what you've discovered here is there has to be some level of flexibility. There has to be some grace. I believe Scott says grace creates space. You have to allow yourself that, and it when you realize that it's not being, when you said something's taken away from you, it's not being taken away. When you're staying on a plane, you're choosing that. Right. You're pushing that aside. It's not, I can't have that, like somebody's looming over your shoulder, going to smack your hand, but instead you're saying, I'm choosing something different right now.
Correct.
And you're choosing a better life. So well done. Yeah. Well done indeed.
Thank you.
So you heard it here. Our people still eat pizza. Our people still go off plan occasionally. Our people enjoy their lives, enjoy the holidays. We want to help you find your balance. And it's a little bit different for everybody. It can only happen, though, if you come in and see us. Come to one of our free health and wellness seminars. You can check us out online at lt360.com. And we'll see you out there in the new year on the road.